Well, Coach, we've seen Maria come down. Now it's the Japanese buzzsaw's turn. Do they go together? I don't know.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Weighing in at 206 pounds from Japan, Tajiri.
Welcome to Heat. He's the coach. I'm Todd Bushman. Coach, we are just 1 week away from vengeance and Hell in a Cell.
And that's about the only thing that has put the coach in a good mood here tonight. The fact that we're heading to Sin City, heading to vengeance, heading to Las Vegas, and the fact that Triple H will once again become the World Heavyweight Champion.
Well, that's what you think. I'm sure Batista and his fans would disagree slightly.
Well, say what you want. It's going to be one heck of a battle at vengeance.
Weighing in at 200 pounds from Johnson City, Tennessee, Kid Kash.
You know, I can remember when I was a kid, and some of the kids in my class used to take their fingernails and just scrape them along the chalkboard. They do that all over the world, I'm sure. Right now, I would rather hear that than hear Maria. I mean, are you serious?
Well, focusing back on the superstars in the ring right now, this is Kid Kash, a former ECW television champion. He appeared last week on ECW's One Night Stand. He wants to be in the WWE, and Eric Bischoff, believe it or not, has given him a chance against a former ECW alumni, Tajiri.
And I'll be honest with you, the chant you just heard a couple of seconds ago, I got so sick and tired of hearing it last week at One Night Stand. And like Eric Bischoff said, One Night Stand never happened. However, we have seen some guys that we do like and we want to give an opportunity to. Kid Kash is one of those guys. But if he does come here, all that ECW stuff that's inside of him will have to leave.
A 16-year veteran inside the ring. Kid Kash has been everywhere and done pretty much everything except wrestle here in the WWE tonight, his big chance. And to impress, he'll have to beat a man named the Japanese buzzsaw Tajiri.
And by the way, with all the things we have going on this week on Heat, I never told you that the winner of the...
Whoa, hold on. 2 count.
Coach... Oh, all right, we'll clap for them. Go ahead. Give him credit where credit's due. I'll do that.
Very impressive.
Did you know the #1 fan in the history of the WWE is here tonight? It's here this week. You just saw him sitting right there holding the Coach is God sign. The smartest WWE fan, by the way, also in history.
How much did you pay that guy?
Nothing. Absolutely no pounds, no euros, no nothing.
I highly doubt that.
Free of charge.
As Kid Kash drops to one knee, Tajiri grabbing Kash by the back of the hair and now throwing him into that corner, up and under. Oh, with a forearm to the back. Oh, right down to the mat.
You mentioned this was Kid Kash's first appearance here on Heat, but also years ago, Kid Kash and Tajiri knew each other very well when they competed against each other back in ECW. So this isn't unusual territory for either one of these men.
Very good point. They faced each other before. They know each other very well. Who will come out on top? If Kid Kash can pull off this upset, he will certainly send a message to General Manager Eric Bischoff and perhaps be joining us here.
Yeah, but will
on
that
the Raw
message
roster
ever really get to Eric Bischoff? Let's face it, I'm the man and the only man that Bischoff will listen to.
The only man. He doesn't listen to Vince McMahon?
No, I said advice. You know, that type of thing.
Okay, I see.
Read between the lines. Don't call me out, call the action.
And Coach, the draft lottery continued this past week on Raw. Another huge name has come to Raw.
And we'll talk about that a little bit later on. If you missed it, folks, what a huge announcement who the next draft lottery pick was to come from SmackDown over here to Raw.
And also, the man who went from Raw to SmackDown, quite a shock.
Well, I couldn't believe that one myself. Am I happy that guy is gone? I don't know.
You are.
Not for Raw.
Well, we wish him all the best over on the SmackDown side of things. And right now, Kid Kash could use a little luck because Tajiri is all over this former ECW star. Kid Kash on that second rope. Up the top, a moonsault. Wow.
And
how about that?
Needless to say, that is not easy to do. Not only do you do the moonsault, but you got to jump off the top rope as well.
Oh, and just throws Tajiri down. A cover now. 2 count. ECW's had several great high flyers, including Rey Mysterio and Chris Benoit.
Yeah, absolutely, without a doubt. ECW has produced some of the greatest high flyers of all time. But where did they want to come to? Where did they come to flourish to become a mainstream star? Right here in the WWE. Don't ever forget that.
Gets a boot right to the gut. Trying one of those high-flying maneuvers we were just talking about, and it does not pay dividends.
Well, it never pays dividends. Does it look spectacular? Absolutely. Is it efficient? Hardly ever.
Tajiri now with some knees right to the jaw, and a big one there to finish that flurry from Tajiri. Oh boy. Tajiri known all over the WWE for his vicious kicks, and you just saw one right there. And now Tajiri feeding off this crowd. And they do want Tajiri to win this, but so far a very entertaining match. There's that back handspring elbow from Tajiri. Down goes Kid Kash. Is he out? Yes! No!
Very entertaining, very even, and referee Mike Yoda continues to have a very slow count. Doesn't he know that I got to get out of here? Doesn't he know that I got to head to Las Vegas and Phoenix and I got things to do?
Tajiri now setting up for the tarantula, and it has been
The most illegal move in the history of wrestling.
Tajiri has 5 seconds, now releases it, totally legal, and now the question is, has the damage been done? And we may find our answer as Kid Kash ducks that, whoa! He ducked the Shining Wizard, reverses into a backbreaker, and now is going for the finish.
Yeah, well, he's going for something, but this is what I'm talking about. This is the ECW mentality. Go up top instead of getting the job done.
Whoa, nobody home.
What a shot. You go for the spectacular. And what happens? It comes back to bite
And now
you
Tajiri
in the butt.
with the Shining Wizard. The roller, 1, 2, and it's over. Tajiri with the impressive win.
And your winner, Tajiri!
Oh, I'm sorry, I was distracted there for just a second, but as we take one more look at it, this is what I'm talking about. The ECW mentality. He had Tajiri nearly finished, misses the splash, but Tajiri does not miss the Shining Wizard, my friend. Tajiri victorious this week here on Heat.
Kid Kash looking very impressive, but not quite enough to get the job done. And still to come on Heat, it's tag team action as the Heartthrobs take on Hurricane and Rosey.
Yes, but up next.
And back, there's a hurricane coming through.
Well, Coach, now it's time for our main
And their
event.
opponents at a combined weight of 590 pounds, the World Tag Team Champions, Rosey and the Hurricane.
We'll see how much disrespect the Heartthrobs get. We don't even get to see their entrance. To me, that's disrespectful, but I'm going to let it pass. I'm going to let it slide. And do you know why? Why? Because in just a few minutes, my main men are going to be the new World Tag Team Champions. And then, and only then...
Wait a minute. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Then and only then will me and the Heartthrobs hit the town, baby boy. And by the way, you're not invited. And we're going to tear it up and paint the town like only me and the Heartthrobs know how to do.
So a golden opportunity tonight for Antonio and Romeo. The World Tag Team titles are on the line. The Hurricane and Rosey, a formidable challenge, Coach. The Heartthrobs relatively new here to Heat and Raw, but they've been impressive.
Well, they're new. They look great. They're charismatic. And to me, it's only a matter of time and just a few minutes that they wear tag team gold, individual gold, whatever it might be. But are they a little bit different? Yes. Do I like that? Absolutely.
Well, they reside in Daytona Beach, Florida, Coach, the
Brother,
spring break capital. Every spring break here in the United States, girls galore, and these guys say they pick up anyone they want.
Well, they do. I mean, I've been with them, let's face it. But, you know, they're... And
Well,
those spring breakers, they don't just come from the States. They come from Europe. They come from South Africa. They come from Asia. They come from everywhere.
Well, the Heartthrobs certainly will let you know how great looking they are. They're cocky, they're brash, perhaps a little overconfident, Coach. Not many people besides yourself so far have learned to love them, so to speak.
Well, because people don't like confident men or confident people in general.
Oh. The Hurricane sends Romeo face first into the mat. And now a face lock applied by the Hurricane. A tag made. A clothesline misses, and what an arm drag takedown there from the Hurricane. looking a lot like the arm drags that Kurt Angle's been known to pull off.
Well,
Coach.
Kurt Angle, I mean, you talk about a huge addition, one of the greatest, if not the greatest athletes in the history of this business. Now on Raw, you add that to John Cena and all the other great superstars already here. I mean, it's going to make for an exciting, exciting summer.
So the big fellow Rosey has decided to work away at Antonio's left arm, Coach. And you would think that it'd be vice versa. Antonio would pick a body part on Rosey to work away at.
Well, I mean, but it's not like you can't find one.
Very
I mean, where do
funny.
you start?
This is our main event. The World Tag Team titles are on the line. We'll return after this break. Welcome back to Heat. The tag team titles are on the line here, Coach, and the Heartthrobs looking pretty dadgum good.
They're looking fantastic. During the break, they continued the onslaught of Rosey and the Hurricane, and all Stacy Keibler can do is watch at ringside.
Romeo just cleaned the Hurricane's clock as Rosey struggles to find his balance after taking a shoulder shot right to the post.
And we're going to have new World Tag Team Champions right now.
Antonio drags the carcass of Rosey into the ring. Is it no?
You know, that's a very good analogy. It is like a carcass, a big old cow carcass.
Antonio and Romeo were that close to becoming the new World Tag Team Champions, and it's, well, Rosey and Hurricane aren't out of the woods yet.
No, they're not, and let's face it, right now, Rosey, the longer this match goes, the less effective he will become.
Rosey doing anything and everything he can to get to his feet and somehow reach his tag team partner, but so far, it ain't happening.
No, it ain't happening, and I don't think it's going to happen.
So now it's Romeo hooking the leg, and another 2 count, another near fall.
You know I'm loving every second of this. You know, all I'm thinking about is hitting the club tonight, having a few cocktails, and maybe I'll put my drink and set it down on one of those tag team belts.
Another cover, no. To the Heartthrobs' credit, they're working the tags very, very well. In and out, staying fresh, while Rosey continues to toil away in there by himself.
I'm glad you noticed that. That's the strategy we went over before this night began.
The crowd getting behind Rosey, as is the heroine, who you think is Stacy Keibler. I'm not sold yet. Rosey inching closer to the Hurricane, who's wearing blue tights for the first time. And Rosey escapes. A backdrop. Can Rosey get over to the Hurricane? Rosey, get there, my man. He does. The Hurricane's in a clothesline. And a second clothesline. Romeo wants some. No! The Hurricane's been waiting to get inside the ring. He's finally in there, and he's certainly making his presence known. Oh, that uppercut. Antonio grabs his jaw off the second rope. It's a flying neck breaker. Coach, you're quiet. You're not saying anything.
I'm finding very hard to believe that for the better part of this match, the Heartthrobs have dominated, and now they're on the brink of a loss.
Rosey sends Romeo out to the floor. It's Antonio all by his lonesome, and he doesn't look very confident. He's in big trouble. Rosey's got him up on his shoulder, and down he goes.
Oh, no.
Romeo's gone. It's Antonio all by himself. The Hurricane's up on Rosey's shoulder. No! It's over. They retain their titles.
And no club, no drinks, no nothing.
The Hurricane and Rosey
Ridiculous.
win the match. For the coach, I'm Todd Grisham. Thanks for watching Heat.